Good morning, everyone. Today, I, Annisa Raudhatul Harsono, with student ID A1B0255104, will discuss about a woman at work pathways to bias. Although women have made significant progresses, gender-based discrimination remains a major barrier to their careers. Let's look at some examples. Like, women now lead major corporations such as CVS, GM, and Citigroup. Even in academia, women hold the presidency at prestigious universities like Harvard and Oxford. However, the paradox remains. Women still receive lower pay, have limited access to power, and face persistent barriers to entry. In March 2025, the Living the Dream Conference brought together women from Africa and the diaspora. This conference served as a platform for knowledge sharing, empowerment, and collaboration. There are 7 key messages I want to highlight. 1. Every great achievement is born from small steps. 2. You are good enough, so lead authentically. 3. Build a reputation you will be remembered for. 4. Don't walk alone, seek support. And 5. A leadership legacy requires a clear vision and the SIFT principle. 6. Many dreams can be achieved through collaboration. This conference served as a stepping stone for women to take a seat at the leadership table. The first pathway of bias is descriptive stereotypes. The lack of fit model explains that discrimination arises from a perceived mismatch between female stereotypes and job demands. Men are often labeled as agentic, such as assertive, ambitious, and courageous. And women, on the other hand, are labeled as communal, such as caring, nurturing, and loving. This mismatch makes women less suitable for leadership positions. The second pathway is perspective stereotypes. Social norms dictate not only how women are perceived, but also how they should behave. If women are too aggressive or ambitious, they face backlash or social punishment. And when women succeed in field considered male, they are perceived as competent. But this is term provokes resentment. This is what is called the double kind. Gender bias is reinforced under certain conditions. 1. Personal factors such as material status and physical appearance reinforce stereotypes of femininity. 2. The scarcity of women makes them tokens, making stereotypes more salient. 3. Ambiguity in segment criteria makes evaluators rely on stereotypes. All of these conditions exacerbate discrimination. Research shows that female representation in top positions remains very limited. Only about 10% of CEOs at S&P 500 companies are women, a figure that underscores the difficulty of reaching the highest levels of leadership. Even more shocking, 80% of gender stereotypes persist despite significant change in society over the past 5 decades. Beliefs about gender roles are remarkably rigid and largely unchanging. Furthermore, discrimination does not occur across all contexts, but rather depends on the type of job or industry considered more gender typical. These facts serve as a wake-up call that structural and cultural change are still urgently needed. To combat gender bias, organizations need to take concrete steps. One important strategy is to standardize assessment criteria using objective metrics and clear job descriptions, so that opportunities for discrimination can be minimized. Furthermore, the language used in official documents must be inclusive, so as not to subtly reinforce gender stereotypes. Organizations also need to normalize assertive or agentic behavior as something that is natural for everyone, not just men. And last but not least, every evaluator should be asked to explain the rationale behind their decisions, so that the assessment process becomes more transparent and accountable. With these strategies, organizations can create a fairer and more equitable work environment. So, let's remember the gender bias is not immutable. With the right organizational strategies, inclusive meetings, and collaboration, we can create a more just and equitable workplace. Women are not only capable of sitting at the leadership table, but also of building a strong legacy of leadership. Thank you.